Today, China has some of the worst water pollution in the world. 70% of the country's rivers, lakes, and reservoirs are now classified as polluted, and half of China's water is deemed unsafe for human contact. A major source of this pollution is the thousands of factories that now crowd China's riverbanks, producing clothes and textiles, electronics, and countless other consumer products. Toxic chemicals used by these factories are now turning up in China's food and drinking water, and studies are increasingly finding them in wildlife and in humans, sparking significant health concerns.
在这个对中国水污染的问题调查当中，我经过了5年多的时间，所看到中国有7大那个河流流域污染是相当严重的，是我们现在很多的这个江河流域啊，已经很多污染已经渗透到很多的地下水，使当地的居民带来严重的影响。
Over the past 12 months, Greenpeace has been investigating one source of this pollution, China's growing textile industry. Our investigation focused attention on 2 textile factories, the Youngor Garment Factory based on the Yangtze River Delta, and the Well Dyeing Company based on a tributary of the Pearl. Samples were taken from both factories' discharge pipes and local river sediments. The team also returned at night for sampling, as it's well known that Chinese factories often wait till nightfall to discharge toxic substances in order to avoid inspectors. We also spoke to local people about what it's like to live and work near these factories.
能丢，人家来捕鱼嘞。
现在我看没有了。
没有，一条鱼都没有嘞。它这个环境污染很严重的。
老早台污啊、食血这些都有。
啊，他们压根儿造起来。
压根儿已经也是污染拔出的一种习惯。
Investigators sent the river samples to laboratories in the Netherlands and to Exeter University in the UK for analysis, where scientists discovered several toxic chemicals. Some of these are already banned across Europe because of evidence they can affect the immune system and sexual development.
We found a wide range of hazardous chemicals in the samples. Amongst these were alkylphenols and perfluorinated chemicals. These chemicals have a range of toxic properties. Both these groups of chemicals are persistent, they don't break down in the environment, and in Europe, alkylphenols are no longer used in manufacturing processes.
Greenpeace also investigated the paper trail of contracts to find out exactly which companies are doing business with these polluting Chinese suppliers. The trail led to a long list of famous multinational brands, including the sportswear giants Nike and Adidas, the Swedish fast fashion retailer H&M, and the Chinese sports brand Li Ning. Many of these brands heavily promote their environmental credentials. However, the reality is that they simply don't know what toxic chemicals are being used by their long chain of suppliers.
We also tested their products, and we found in clothing items of 14 international brands, such as H&M and Lacoste, a chemical that breaks down into the hormone-disrupting nonylphenol.
Until they take responsibility for this problem, brands can't guarantee that their products don't contain toxic chemicals and that they are not complicit in polluting Chinese rivers and other waterways around the world.
Big brands have a responsibility to clean up their supply chain and to disclose information about where their factories are located and what chemicals they are discharging into our rivers, because people have the right to know.
But there is a solution. If brands work together with their suppliers, they can redesign their production processes and eliminate the use of dangerous toxic chemicals. The time to act is now.